This motherfucker. This nigga, he doing a sexual chocolate dance again.
I just want to make love to you. Oh, what's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know. Wait a minute. I forgot to do something. Hold on. You know we can't have a victory without the
Victory screech!
As you already know, LT is dancing, so you already know this was a good day.
Woo!
As we already seen, the Falcons had defeated the 49ers 28-14. My brothers, how did y'all feel about that?
Let me kick it off with some numbers. I know everybody loves the numbers, so let's start with the 49ers with these numbers real quick. Jimmy G was with 41 passes, pass attempts, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The running game was pretty much non-existent for 16 carries and 50 yards, no touchdowns. But for the most part, they were pretty good. They got 1-2 sacks on the game. Okay, I guess if you can say that. But the Atlanta Falcons, look at their number. I think this is probably one of those ugly, pretty type of deals when they come down to Marcus Mariota, 13 or 14, 129, 9.2 an attempt, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But the run game was the theme today, with 40 attempts with over 168 yards total. All right. That is the theme for today. I think everybody kind of saw that Kyle Pitts got a touchdown today, 3 catches for 19 yards. Drake London, 3 catches, 40. Zacchaeus continues to be one of the most important guys for this offense. 4 catches, 58 yards, but a lot of big time catches. But I think the story of the day for me personally is Troy Anderson, 13 total tackles today. Him and Rashawn Evans, those guys look absolutely amazing today. Rashawn had 12 tackles. The Falcons did not have sacks, but they got today just an all-around team win, man. And I think I'm gonna say this about this guy. Congratulations to your boy Io, man. The team rallied around this guy. He got his first interception today. His return to action for a torn ACL, so that's always a good thing. But K Styles, you can take over from this point on. It's your show, baby.
As y'all already know, man, this was one of them sloppy, nasty, ugly, wet
oh my God.
football games. Oh man. But before we get started, let me go ahead and get this super chat out the way, man. From Muhammad Farad, said, "What an amazing game! My hat's off to Mariota. Perfect game from him." Now, to kind of add on to the stats that Mike said as far as the individual, I got some team stats here. The Atlanta Falcons held the ball for 33 minutes and 25 seconds.
Whew, my God.
For 289 total yards. And listen to this stat. 56 total plays to San Francisco's 57 total plays.
Ooh, wow.
But this is the big kicker right here. +3 in the turnover margin. Like I said, hats off to this team, man. Like I said, this wasn't pretty. We wasn't expect. We already knew that this was going to be one of those slobber knockers, as what JR would say, one of them slobber knocker games. And I gotta give shouts out. I gotta give shouts out to the linebacking core today because, bruh, it is funny as hell when you put the mic responsibilities on Rashad Evans, and you got Troy Anderson out there. The defense looked way more aggressive today. And I want to let
you just say what I think. Wow.
Like I said, and the reason why I'm saying this too is I want LT to take over. And LT, you told me something today. I want you to tell the people, why did it look like the Falcons look like they were playing with their draws on fire?
The reason played the way they played today. Supposed to really pay attention to this. You notice that of course, the fan base felt like we got excited last week. Now, with that being said, the team felt the same way. But you notice it was very little conversation about said situation. They asked Arthur Smith at the game last week. He didn't say much. I don't think DP said anything. Greater Jerry got on the radio show. He said he was confused, but moving on to the next game. He said that literally after the game Sunday. He got on television and he was just like, he got on Instagram, was like, it's okay, man. Move on foot. We on to next week. Everybody was like, aye, sir. And let me tell you, they had 7 days to let that brew. It been marinating for 7 days. Oh, that ass kicking was in the works. It was in the works. They had to sit on that for 7 days. And one thing about it, as a player, you don't never like to. If you can sit on a loss, and cause you want to do better next week, but when you lose a game by BS, oh man, but you have to sit on that for a week, for 7 days. 7 days. You got to sit on that. Whew, you can't wait to step on the field again. And boy, they showed it. They showed it like they wasn't. That defense was light out all game. The line play, incredible. Incredible. The Falcons offensive line, oh my God. Just give me a minute.
Hey, while I'm giving you that, let me hit this. This is the quote. Go
ahead. I just gotta get together. I'm sorry.
The chosen one said they was not leaving it to the refs today. Hell no. Hey, we got a couple more super chats we want to get out the way here, man. Dre Harrison here said, with the way the offense played, don't be surprised if you really see teams across the league try to copy what we're doing.
We are Atlanta, and we are known for being trendsetters across every entertainment. So
and you got Jarvis. Jarvis here said all you heard was how the 49ers were hurt. As we always say here, even though the 49ers, some of their starters were hurt before the game, they were 4-point favorites against the Falcons.
Yeah.
So what does that?
So what's your excuse now?
I also had that, I do feel like I understand injuries. Injuries are part of it, and I understand they were missing key contributors to their team. I won't dispute that. However, you were playing against the worst roster in the NFL. So
The worst roster in football. That Wheezy B here said, what a weekend. Bama lost. Matty Ice clutch game winner. Dirty Bird spanked that ass. Hey. And LT, you said a very good, interesting point. As a lot of people don't know, I like to listen to Alice in Chains from time to time. And they got this one song that I love that everybody should know called No Excuses. If you don't know how that goes, no excuses that I know. 49ers had no excuses. You were the favorites. And guess what? The Falcons have already surpassed what their record was supposed to be.
In week 6.
Should I give it to him?
Go and give it to him.
Give it to him.
Should I give it to him?
Go and give it to him.
Hashtag 2-15.
It's too soon. Oh boy.
Hashtag 2-15. That's what they said we were gonna finish with. We were gonna win 2 games this year. 2 games. They luckily we ain't 4-2 right now. They better be happy.
Hashtag 2-15.
Like I said, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. But I've said this, for every win, I'm always hashtag it. Because you said we was gonna win 2 games and had a number 1 overall pick in the draft next year. But guess what? Hold up, can anybody check the final scores to the final score to the New Orleans and Cincinnati game?
Lost.
Tampa Bay lost 2018. Saints lost 30-26.
Yeah, they said the Saints were gonna be Super Bowl contenders too.
I'm just saying.
Um,
So currently, even though we're currently second place when we should be first, we are tied for the division lead currently. Tampa's 3-3. The Falcons are 3-3. Come on, man. What we doing? I also want to take the time out for everybody that's watching and let y'all know that one thing about me, I suffer a lot of stuff. I suffer a lot of scrutiny via social media, mainly Twitter, about my takes on the sport, my ideas, my opinions, whatever the case. Most time, but one thing about it, I don't learn, because one thing about it I learned in life is all about the patient game. What they call what the old story is, the rabbit in the hare. I mean, the rabbit and the turtle, or hare and the turtle. Yeah. So y'all see that stuff that we've been saying for the last couple of years. Y'all see how it started slowly flourishing.
Can I say it one time for him?
Aspect of the game.
Can I say it for him? This is what happens when you run the damn ball. Because that was a very physical 49er team y'all went against. And this is what we talk about, where you have to match energy for energy. And especially you matching energy for energy against a team that's supposed to be superior than you. Test to see how mentally superior you are. Falcons had nothing to lose today. And shout out to Kevin Solomon with the $5 super chat. Said, great show, fellas. What a weekend. Bucks and Aints lost. Dirty Birds forever. Right.
I'm just saying, baby.
And this is interesting because I always thought about this, but I never really said anything. But shout out to A-Love for saying this. And if this what we talked about also need to be note taken that just about every other team that we don't play the following game, they've lost.
Physically,
not the Falcons
dominating.
Not the Falcons physically dominating to the point that teams are losing back to back. No.
Yeah. Physically dominating them.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, what we say here, man, like you said, do not, if you're trying to expect a culture change with the same processes from last year, you're not going to get these type of results that you saw today. All I'm gonna say, go ahead, T.
I will say this: what Mariota did today. See, we so used to those numbers that Mariota put up for a whole game. Those are usually Matt Ryan stats for the first half.
Mm-hmm.
But you see with the way things are going now, it's team oriented. We ain't out here trying to score 30 plus points. I've been saying for years, 24 points should be enough to win you football games.
Mm-hmm.
28. Our defense had our opponents to 14. It's very seldom that we can say that we held teams to under 20 points, let alone 17. That's a stepping stone for the Falcons right now.
And the crazy thing about it is I think this is the first game we done went back-to-back weeks without turning the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, let's bring up the execution in the first half. Go ahead, bro.
I saw something different from Mariota too. That I think a lot of people should take heed to is something that he's been struggling with is his confidence as a thrower. He's now beginning to get a little bit more comfortable as a thrower than anything. We all know he can run the offense. He knows what he's looking at, but he's becoming more confident with his throws. And I think as the season goes on, the passing game continues to evolve. I'm gonna just say this too. I gotta say this real quick though. Zacchaeus is quietly becoming one of the best number twos in the league. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I thought for sure that he was going to be at least a 3 or 4. But right now, he's becoming one of the most important and best and clutch number twos in the league. Every time in the fourth quarter this season, we need a big play, it's come via Zacchaeus. Every single time. Not one game he hasn't been clutch. And I got to give this all the credit to Arthur Smith on this. The dude just knows players. He knows how to fit players into a scheme. And like I said, Zacchaeus, like he can run deep routes. The guy can run the hook routes, the short intermediate routes. He's just that play on the sideline where he caught the ball and stretched for the first time. That was an important play. He is becoming one of the most important players on this offense. And the scariest part of what I've seen so far, there is no Cordero Patterson, bro. Let me repeat this. There is no Cordero Patterson. And they still
we ain't got no Damian Williams either.
Wow.
Hey, let me get Sheldon Brown's $5 right here, man. I know it's been on screen for a little bit. He said efficient. That's all we need from Marcus. We can run on anybody. Proof is in the pudding. Tampa Bay and San Francisco. The D is getting there. Love my birds. Like I said, this is the second straight week that we have not turned the football over. And I think this is the first. I think this is one of the very few games. I think this is the only game we've scored in all 4 quarters.
So we score one TD in each quarter.
No, it didn't. No. It should have been, but nah.
But we're being more efficient offensively. We're not. It's not a quarter that we're going where it's, like they're not moving the ball. That's the beauty part. That's a beautiful part about him. Like I said, Mariota is beginning to believe in his arm, just as a thrower. He hasn't been a starter in quite some time. So a lot of these defenses that we're seeing, he's learning these defenses because the last time he was in, a lot of these guys weren't in the league. So he's still learning teams and players. And a lot of these defensive coordinators he hasn't seen. So from his perspective, he's still learning how to be a quarterback. That's the scary part about it. That's the scary part about it.
Mm-hmm. And we got another $5 super chat from the homie. Let's get it. He said, "This is a game I absolutely nothing to say. We played complimentary football today. Great team win." And I want to ask everybody a question. Did anybody notice how happy Kyle Pitts was to block out there?
Oh my God. Yeah.
This was before he caught the touchdown. Now this was before he got the touchdown.
Arthur Smith has these guys buying in. Your time will come, but he probably done had these type of these meetings with his guys and asked, "What are you guys looking for? What do y'all want? Do y'all want the stat line, or you want championships?" Those guys sat there and said, "Shit, we want championships. Then this is the team for you. It ain't gonna be pretty. You're not gonna have this monster game week in and week out. You might not have 1,000-yard receiving season. You might not catch 10, 15 touchdowns, but the way we do the style of football I have planned will get you in."
Mm-hmm. Listen to this. Christy said, "Y'all been saying it for a long time. Coach Smith is like a mad scientist, switching and mixing up players and schemes with every game." Because on that,
the main thing we're doing offensively is we are physically imposing our will on people. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about that first half. Do y'all want to know why it was so key that we had that lead the way we did late in the game? You see how we really didn't have too many blunders. When we got in the red zone, we put up points. That led to something. But us doing that, and we be able to play our game throughout the course of the game. And like I said, we was already moving the ball on there in the first quarter. So that let me know then. We keep this up, 4th quarter get here, they're gonna be screaming no more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just how Water was going in head first on some tackles on some of them, turn his body to the side. He waiting for him so they could catch him and he could just bring him to the ground. But that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
That mentality changed at that game because he got tired of hitting them backs. He got tired of hitting Caleb Huntley. He got tired of hitting Tyler Algier. He got tired of hitting Marcus Mariota. He got tired of running into Keith Smith as a blocker.
Mm-hmm. And we got another one here. Say, anybody notice our defense shut out in the 4th? Yeah, I think somebody here said it too. I think this is the second straight game that the Falcons have not given up a point in the second half.
And then we gave up.
I think we gave up. No. I think we gave up.
We gave up a TD in the third quarter against
Tampa Bay.
Against Tampa, but that was it. Other than that, we didn't give up any points in that last game or this game.
Mm-hmm. And my homie Liquor will Illinois here said the best play calling I've seen in 2 years. And Dre here said Coach Smith is now Dr. Octavius. But like I said, necessarily, it wasn't even so much that it was superb and outstanding play calling. It was one of those things of taking what the defense gives you on offense. And Mike called it while we was watching the game is they crashed inside. What they do? Attack outside. And on that big run on that sweep pass, Kyle Pitts led the charge. This is why I had to give my credit to Young Buck in the blocking game. This is why I wanted to highlight that. Because people say he couldn't block or he's not meant to block. But he's going out there and he's blocking with a smile on his face and he's enjoying it. And a lot of people don't realize what that does for you as an offense. It doesn't become a sign. It doesn't become a tail. So if Kyle Pitts is out there blocking, it makes this offense that much better. Because now you don't know if they're going to run it, play action, or throw the ball. And that's going to only help Kyle Pitts later down in the season.
I got to give credit where credit also is due to, one of our guys on the team. For him to be featured as heavy as he is and could be entrusted in certain spots, even in his very young career. Listen, boy, he got me singing one of his favorite songs, one of his songs off his Take Care album. I mean, I'm not Take Care. I'm gonna say the Thank Me Later album. Show me a good time. Oh yeah. Show me a good time. Oh yeah. Show me a good time.
Hey, look, they thought Drake London was that Drake until he bucked up.
I told y'all that boy got fire in him like Roddy. I've been saying it. You get that boy the ball early, and you start to see him get confident. Teams don't want to do that. Like the problem, the thing that I saw that was beautiful this game is that they bullied the bully. The 49ers is a bully team. They like to bully people. They like to slowly take your soul. And guess what? That's what the Falcons did. They wasn't ready for it. I haven't seen the look on those defenders, not the offense. Let me say that again. The defenders. They've been talking about D'Amico Ryans is going to be the next best head coach, the next greatest head coach, and he made him look like an absolute fool today.
Hey, y'all ain't see that body language on that sideline?
Oh, that body language, boy. Them 49ers did not want no more. They want no more.
And they started to try to fight. You start seeing at the end of the game, they started to try to fight and hit Drake low and hit Casey. All those guys, they started to get angry and started fighting because they got physically dominated. When you see that type of stuff, and let me say this real quick, slightly off topic, but I'm so fucking glad that we're getting away from San Francisco. That's the dirtiest, disgusting team they were cutting people all dang on day, and I'm just glad. I'm just glad to get the hell away from that because I don't know how many defensive players that we lost, what just went out just with injuries, and it's almost the exact same things, ankles and players falling on top of each other and type of stuff. So I'm just glad to get away from that. But yeah, we snatched their damn soul, man, and I love to see that type of stuff.
And Shane Wingus here said, I can't say anything about Mariota this week. He did great. Corner stepped up, living in 49er country and getting his win feels good.
Hold on. I gotta be rude, real. I have to be rude. We gotta stop saying that bullshit. Stop. I can't say nothing about it. He been doing exactly what the fuck he been doing all year. Winning games. It doesn't have to be pretty. I hate when people say, oh, I can't say. What you do about wins? We don't say that to Tom Brady when he have an ugly ass game. It's about winning the damn game. Oh, I can't say nothing about it. I can't say nothing about this week. I can't say nothing about it. Look, we're trying to win games. We're trying to win championships. I don't give a damn how pretty it is. Stop it. Just because Matt Ryan has had another comeback win in the prettiest way possible doesn't mean he's damn the greatest quarterback to ever live. Wins are wins. When the guy is doing what his job is to manage the team and win goddamn games. I don't give a damn about how pretty it is. I really hate right now when people say I cannot say I can't say nothing about him this week. What next week if we have a bad game, y'all gonna start the same crap about Desmond Ridder? We gonna do that? This man is doing his job.
Even though we won a game.
Ugly games. It's what this team is about. So if it's Desmond Ridder or it's Marcus Mariota, get used to it. Get used to this style. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be big bellies and broken ankles all over the place. This is what this team is about right now. Stop it. It really, I'm sorry, but that really irritates me when the man, we can't say nothing about him this week. Come on, bro.
I mean, he did say big belly. We about biggins up front.
Big belly.
Big belly. It's about as nasty as that Mike Gesicki gritty we saw on the TV.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Go cry.
That motherfucker hit that. Yodi, 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 yodi.
And you can kiss my ass if you think 140 yards is bad. We don't give a damn about how many yards. We done seen Matt Ryan pass for 400 yards and he lose the goddamn game. And y'all complain about it. So kiss my ass. Anybody who got anything to say about it. Look, we got to stop this crap. Football is football. Period. It's football.
It's crazy. I've usually let him rant like that, but he's kind of right. He's really right.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But
I'm just saying he's right, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He's right. Like we literally watched Matt go on the field and have like 5 incompletions, throw 5 touchdowns, down there 400 yards, and you walk out the building with the L like bro, no more. As long as I'm getting a dub, as long as that win column keep going up, that's all I care about. I don't care how ugly it is.
Exactly. Like I said, it's not pretty, man. We have to get out this mindset that is always going to fit the NFL norm. It's not. Like I said, we're seeing it right now, and the thing about it is, as ugly as these games have been, especially with Mariota, he always makes that one throw that either puts you in position to win the game or to seal the game. Now we've seen in one case where it had a throw that cost you the game, but when you got quarterbacks like this, especially a guy like that, this is the territory we're going to have to get used to. Okay, we said 14 passes. It's not pretty by NFL standards. But guess what? The defense gave up nothing after that second quarter. LT said it best. 24 points should win you a game if your defense is on point. And this is why we give credit where credit due, not just for Mariota to make some of those crucial throws, but the run game, keep establishing the dominance they need to. We got the defense making stops when they need to. Arthur Smith maintaining the mindset of fuck them folks on the west side. And that's all it comes down to. You play to win the game.
I God,
And this is a good point right here. This is a
right
good
there.
point right.
That right, that's exactly what I'm about to say. Right, go ahead, K-Star. You get your point on that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's kind of crazy.
We can't complain about having a used to having a quarterback that pad stats and then get mad at a quarterback that don't get stats.
But, man, come on, what we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Y'all want it both. Y'all want both. Y'all want to pass for 500 and win.
Essentially what it is you want the Michael Vick experience with the Matt Ryan numbers. That's essentially what it comes down to.
That right there, K-Style. That bullshit that we saw last night with Alabama and Tennessee. That's what the hell y'all want.
But if you know how the Arthur Smith offense is, it's not about that. You're not going to have the 4,900-yard passing, and then you thinking about you're going to get about 700-800 yards rushing out of it. This offense ain't built for that. Come on now, people.
I apologize.
Hold on, we got a super chat in here, man.
I apologize. I just feel like Mariota getting so much unnecessary blame. And I really hate that he gets so much unnecessary blame. But go ahead and get this super chat.
It's that growing experience saying Mariota run game keeps up going when Patterson's not here. Everyone wants to talk weather. We are winning with Mariota.
We wasn't winning with
All
Julio
I'm saying is, especially the last couple of years, we wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
After that 2017 season, we went 79, 4-12, and then we shipped Julio out, and we went 7-10 with Matt his last year, and we shipped him out. Like, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yes. If you know the culture that Arthur Smith comes from, as far as where his time in Tennessee, you knew one thing: run the ball, play action, don't make no damn mistakes. You're literally getting the difference with this offense in Atlanta is you don't have a Derrick Henry. In reality, that's what makes this offense even better, because you don't have a Derrick Henry.
See, they expected him to get the ball 25 plus times a game, but then we feeding the ball to multiple people throughout the course of the game.
But like I said, Caleb Huntley coming out here, getting his opportunity. You see him running through guys. You see Algier coming out here, running through guys. Hey, there's one guy we leaving out this equation that we definitely have to show love to, and I will two guys actually that I would definitely show a lot of love to in this game, and that's Keith Smith and Bradley Pinion, because those two had a hell of a game today.
Boy. Bradley has been an unsung hero for real. He's been an unsung hero.
Because Keith Smith is out here making plays on special teams, and he's out here setting tones, trying to create these running lanes for these running backs. And he's been doing it all year.
And got rewarded with a pass catch today. And and Daniel broke out for big yardages for that.
If he would have stayed on his feet, but he's not really a fullback that's used in the offense like that. So he ain't used to it.
Right.
And then, like you said, Bradley Pinion with that one punt on to the 1 yard line, bro. That was a major play right there. Especially, that was a major play because now what was going to happen was you was going to have to force the 49ers to march 99 yards down the field to eat up clock.
And we know what the type of QB that they got, they can't do that.
Right. Because the one thing about Jimmy Garoppolo, as we always know, when he gets in trouble, he reverts to the give it to Debo, give it to Kittle offense.
Big shout out to Arnold
Arnold Ebiketie.
Yeah. I know he didn't. I know the stat line ain't big, and they did take away his sack fumble because of the penalty to Renzo Carter. But I don't think a lot of people paid attention to 47 today. He played like a man possessed. He was wreaking havoc in the run game. He was wreaking havoc in the pass game via pass rush and coverage because they ran a screenplay one time, and like Jimmy had to dunk it somewhere else because when he tried to dip it off, Ebiketie was standing right there waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me throw a number out here.
He had several hits on Ebiketie today. I mean, on Jimmy G today.
I want to throw some numbers at people, and this is the reason why this is one of the main reasons why I'm so upset when it comes down to, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to protect Marcus Mariota like I protect Matt Ryan, is because Tom Brady is regarded as the greatest of all time, but this is why I'm putting so much emphasis on the team aspect of things. He's doing what his job is. In 2016, all right. The Patriots played the Denver Broncos. Does anybody know what Tom Brady numbers were in that game?
What year are you talking about?
2016.
It wasn't good. I don't think it was good. I remember that game. It wasn't good.
It was pretty bad. They still won the game. He was 16 of 32, 188 yards, and they ran the ball effectively. Well over 120 yards rushing. He was 16 of 32. That's 50% of your passes being thrown, and they still won the game 16-3. This is the reason why we're putting so much emphasis on quarterback doing what their job is managing the game and doing what they're supposed to do. Let everybody else, the offensive line, the running backs, the defense play good. They shut the Broncos out of 60.
So I want you to do this then. I want you to do this for me then. Find against Buffalo in 2019, I believe.
Buffalo and
because you want to talk, Buffalo, in 2019. If you want to talk about some piss post stats, good God Almighty, like the final score of that game had to be like 16-10 or something. It's like that.
Remember, this is the same San Francisco team that beat Green Bay in the playoffs a couple of years where they threw the ball 8 times.
Right.
We saw Ryan Tannehill 3 years ago win a playoff game where he had a total of 79 passing yards.
Oh gosh.
I think in the first 2 games he had.
It was 18.
Go ahead.
18. It was 18 where that game you're talking about.
Okay.
2018. It was 2018. Tom Brady with 13 for 24, 126 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And they still won the game.
Come on,
and they still won the game.
But that man, I saw that game. That man was trash. He was trash.
They still won the game.
Yes. Yes, because there's major.
Give me the passing yards again, in the completion
Oh, you talking about? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, K-Star. Go ahead.
I thought he was talking to me.
Oh, go ahead. You got him.
No, you 13 for what?
What is that, Mike? He said 13 for
24.
What?
24. 13 for 24.
For 133 yards.
126 yards. They ain't give him that much.
See? This is what I'm saying. 13 for 24 for 126 yards. What you complain about Mariota going for what? 14 for 15
Mhm.
for what 150 with two not one but two passing touchdowns and a rushing tug.
Mhm. 3 touchdowns,
3 TDs today.
almost 200 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers.
Even last week he had a tug.
Mhm. And then what I was gonna say with Ryan Tannehill was back in 2019 playoff run they had. Ryan Tannehill, the 2 playoff games they won, threw a total of 150 total yards.
But your running back done ran for about 2,000.
Bro, come on, man. We got to stop
Hold on,
with this. Go ahead, K-Star.
we gotta get a couple of these super chats out the way. The Mad Monk here said Tom Brady is an all-time great. He's not the greatest of all time. He's the luckiest of all time. That's fact. That's facts right there. And he also said, should we consider Marcus Mariota an island boy? This question is for the fullback. I don't know. I think he was talking about.
Because I was thinking them other boys. Oh, no.
Nah, he ain't one of them motherfuckers.
Right,
Boy.
I
If he
got
one of them motherfuckers, boy, hell nah. If I was Mark Mariota, I'd pronounce that shit right then and there.
Island boy.
Hey man, I don't give a damn. He could still be the flying Hawaiian. I don't give a damn. We winning football games.
We win football, man. That's what it's about, baby.
And then we got another one. Justin said healthy CP is better than Derrick Henry.
I ain't gonna disrespect the great Derrick Henry like that. He
I ain't gonna do that either.
I say he's more. I wouldn't say he's necessarily better than Derrick Henry. I say he's more versatile than Derrick Henry.
He's definitely more versatile.
Yeah, he's that.
He's definitely that.
I mean, like, had me going back to eating old Henry's around here. I said, fuck Star Crunch.
Exactly.
That's what Henry's at. Old Henry's at.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. It was like I said, Isaiah Oliver getting that pick before halftime. Well, I know these 49er fans, I know they kicking the air right now, listening to New Edition and shit. I know they kicking the air right now. But Isaiah Oliver getting the interception, that was a great thing to see. Unfortunately, both of our corners got hurt in this game.
Well, AJ, I'm glad you just said that because AJ said he is hamstring feel fine. This is Justin Fielder. Hamstring feels fine. They were just playing it.
Playing it safe.
Just playing it safe. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, there was up. There really wasn't no need to bring him back because they wasn't really throwing the ball like that. No one.
That part.
AJ was not getting burned. This is what we gotta look. We gotta understand we're getting burnt and getting a lot of the players getting schemed open. There's a difference between getting schemed open and getting burnt. Those are two different concepts. They're scheming these guys open. This is why going to film makes a lot of sense. You're going to start seeing us put up a lot more film so we can get the difference between getting burnt and getting schemed open. What the 49ers like to do and what teams have been doing, we've been saying it all year. Teams are using those bunch formations to get AJ off of these guys. Just saying.
Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Like I said, it's a good day, man. We once again played against another playoff team, and we got the third win of the season.
We dominated another playoff team. Bro, why are people underestimating our wins? We physically dominated yet another playoff team. Another one. But this is
everybody's
worst.
In the chat writing. My bad. I was just gonna ask for everybody. I was just gonna ask for everybody in the chat right now. I want y'all to do me a favor. Hashtag 2 and 15. Let the world know that's what they said we were gonna do.
Hashtag 2 and 15.
Hashtag 2 and 15. They said we weren't gonna win up but 2 games, but we standing at 3 and 3 right now. Hashtag 2 and 15, people. Let them know.
Right. Hey, like I said, for the whole week, hashtag 2 and 15, hashtag no excuses.
Yep, that's it. And if people wanna talk trash, give another hashtag. Hashtag worst roster in the league.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't had to hear this we didn't had to literally hear this from the time April ended all the way until week 3. You paid us as the worst roster in football. We gonna ride with it.
It's the worst roster. I'm just saying.
But the problem is,
I had a guy in my mentions on Twitter to myself, we had the worst roster in the field right now. No, y'all not the 49ers. Not the NFC, not the team that just played in the NFC Championship game last season. Oh no, y'all not.
Literally the same team. Literally the same damn team.
They had injuries last year when they was in the championship, when they were in the playoffs. The same team. So does that still matter? I'm just saying.
I think Debo was a healthy scratch today because I ain't seen him.
Oh wow, you really did take it.
Nah. I think he had like 80 total yards. I think he had like 80 total yards.
Yeah, I was expecting more out of that. Dean P did a wonderful
That's the reason why I'm
job
saying that. I was expecting so much more from Debo today. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I was like, because it wasn't no typical Debo play being made today.
when he said it was a healthy scratch, he talking about the 140+ yard Debo. He talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where they usually run him about 8 to 10 times and give him about 9 receptions and stuff as well.
Yeah.
No.
Basically game changing Debo. That never came.
Nah,
I was expecting more. He do Debo things. He did that today, running over people and trucking people. But that's typical with Debo.
Shit out of Richie Graham.
Bro, I was like, yeah, it's gonna take you.
But I ain't seen a person get trucked like that. I ain't seen a person get trucked like this. They incorporate man no seats.
We looking like good. Like that, you know, that was one of those things when you see somebody just get the shit slapped out of them for no reason. You just like, ooh,
you gonna take that? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold it. I'm gonna tell you how he did it when he lifted Richie Grant off the ground. It reminded me of Billingsley on Friday Night Lights when he ran that play up the
oh boy. But this is what we talk about with the Shanahan offense, and a lot of people keep saying that Shanahan is just such this offensive guru and quarterbacks guy and stuff like that. The issue that a lot of people don't talk about with these Shanahan offenses is the overusage of playmakers. You don't realize that a lot of people get hurt on his offenses every year he coaches.
I mean, can I go out my way and say something?
Go ahead, man.
I think he helped in Julio Jones' career. I think 2015, I really think he helped in his career. I'm gonna just be real. Julio wasn't the same player. Even in 2016, he still had those injuries, issues with injuries come to a complete, because 2016 we had playmakers. We had playmakers, but Julio wasn't like, you could see even in our Super Bowl season, you saw him slowly kind of go out. You kind of saw him slowly go out on a lot of big plays. He didn't play on the sideline a lot. He went to the sideline a lot in 2016, and like I said, that's one of our best years. But you go back then and look at it, he wasn't the same Julio even then. When he got to the playoffs, we did big things, but I'm because that man had damn near 138 targets in 2015. That's not good for any offensive player, especially a wide receiver. 138 catches, bro. That's a lot. So yes, I did say Kyle Shanahan, like RG3, helped ruin and end Julio Jones' career, and I'm standing by that.
Man,
I mean, at this point, you know, I'm still waiting on him to become that QB wizard. You know, he was the quarterback guru and whatnot. And right now, I'm just looking at Jimmy G right now, like y'all Peter Griffin did on that cutaway on Family Guy with the Asian kid as a calculator. Come on, do math.
Yeah. So Grooming Experience said tied for first, should be first, and NFC South draft picks came through today. I don't think he said, hey, we definitely appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. But let's see what else we got. Yeah, like Raymond here said, wow, I thought we was only supposed to win 2 games according to the experts. What the hell happened?
What them experts at? What them experts at? That's what I want to know.
Not the Falcons being tied for the division lead.
And you know what and I'm about to say, do you know what the crazy thing about it is? AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward go out and the corner still balled out.
Yeah, Mike Ford came in and made plays immediately.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is why I also want to give Darren Hall a shout out on that second interception, because if you paid attention to what happened was he broke off his assignment and just saw Debo running towards him, and he broke the Debo. I want y'all to go look at that second interception again. He was supposed. I'm trying to think, was he supposed to play deep thirds on that play? But the thing
he was supposed to, but he had safety help. So he passed. So like you could tell, like if you notice, he did a quick communication, like yo, that's you. Like he pointed, like that's you, and he came off.
Yeah, and then that's why I said he pointed to him like, okay, that's your man. I'm finna go break to this guy. And Lord and behold, Jimmy G does what Jimmy G does best. When
he gave me a turnover.
When that too. When in doubt, throw it to Debo. and Darren Hall made a great break on that ball, and that's when Jalen Hawkins came with that interception. So that right there, that interception was credit to Darren Hall, even though he didn't technically get the interception. He made an instinctual play on that. And like I said, that's what these young guys are building towards, is getting that experience. Okay, seeing the situation, like, okay, Debo is running this dig route and he's coming in my direction. Let me go ahead and break this route. Okay, you got him. Let me go break on him. Tip drill. Rashad Evans almost had a pick. Troy Anderson.
Big shout out to Rashad. Because even though he was playing goalie on that play, the way he batted the ball down. He was playing goalie.
But yeah, man, like I said, that's definitely, like I said, the defense, like I said, it's crazy. Rashad Evans plays a whole lot better with Troy Anderson as his running mate.
He does.
Because Troy Anderson allows Rashad Evans to be the linebacker that he's supposed to be.
Big shout out to
that's a good point.
T1000.
And like I said,
he made his presence felt.
Yeah, he missed on the he's gonna have to wrap up a little bit better than what he's doing, but outside of that, like I said, he's literally flying over the ball. And then what Mike, what do you always say? No wasted motion. Going to where the just flowing to where the ball goes and not being flat-footed.
Mm-hmm. I saw some interesting things.
I got to give him one credit.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got to give him credit on one play when we ran man coverage. They split. Kyle used it out wide, and he ran like an out and in route, and like I was thoroughly impressed because like when he ran the route, like because don't get me wrong, Kyle Juszczyk is a damn receiver fullback. Like dude don't get enough credit. I have to say that. But the fact that when he ran that route and like Troy Anderson was on him the whole way, very impressed. Like he wasn't a step behind nothing. Like it forced a punt because I could tell the play was original to Juszczyk, but they wasn't expecting Troy Anderson to be guarding him so well. So he had to double clutch it and try to get it to Debo, which led to incompletion and I'm putting us the ball back. So like I said, the young man, he's gonna have some growing pains, no doubt. But the promise that you see in just those type of phenomenal.
And then this is another play that he made, the one where he saved the touchdown on the punt return. That boy looked like he was at Montana State. Boy, he looked like he was back at Montana.
Man, look, that like I said, the ball just seems to find him and he just make plays. That's uncanny, man. Only certain players have that type of what a ball just find you and you always there to make a play on it. Like he just has that ability. And you can't ignore it.
Exactly. And then here's a question. Here it said, Walker is healthy. Do you think Arthur Smith will put him back in the start lineup or let Troy take over the defense? If Michael Walker is healthy, he might put Michael Walker back in the spot that he's more suited to be, and that is a spot linebacker or spot outside rusher. That's where Michael Walker's that's what Michael Walker it really excels at, is being that outside linebacker. But as far as being the guy that's supposed to put everybody in a position, that's not his game right now. And that's why they put it on Rashad Evans. And you saw Troy Anderson flying to the line of scrimmage. You saw Rashad Evans filling up gaps. And it was good to see that from the beginning of the game to the end of the game.
He's going to have to hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody going to get their feelings hurt. I just don't want to be the coach to do it. Somebody gonna get their feelings hurt, whether it's T1000 or Michael Walker. They gonna have to lie to somebody because you can't ignore what T1000 Troy Anderson is doing right now. You can't ignore it. How the defense played, and it reminds me going back to the University of Georgia. You couldn't ignore the fact that when they made the decision to bench Eason because of from how the offense is just how the team rallied around him, it kind of reminds me of that situation where they're going to have to make that tough decision. So I hate to be the coach to make this because you at one end you're at risk for hurting the rookie's confidence, and this is where you're going to say, all right, Troy, you had a good game, but we're going to put you back on the bench. How can you say that to a rookie, man? And that's why I said this is going to be a tough decision. And I think if anybody can make it, it's Dean Pease, man. Right now, I'm going to just say this. We're going to expand more on this Monday. But I don't see how you destroy that young kid's confidence after this game. I don't see how you put him back on the bench after this game. Because this is one of the best offensive minds as a coach in the league, and I just don't see how you do it. What you saying, K-Style?
Oh, that's why I saw Mitchell Trubisky out there. Kenny Pickett got a concussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You had under the chat when we saw it.
Damn.
But yeah, like I said, that's ooh. I don't see how you put the young kid back out like you put him back on the bench, man. You got to keep playing him right now. The defense is rolling. They making plays with him out there. And just from that standpoint, the defense just look different. They look faster.
I
They look
mean,
decisive.
yeah.
And I just don't see how you can. I don't see how you can bench him. I'm just being real.
You saw the changes from the second half of last week when he got in the game. Like how much the defense played. The defense played that much better last week in the second half, and it transition on to about a 4-quarter game. Like that lets you know, like okay, like yeah, this dude might be the real deal.
Mhm. Okay, and this is a quote
Not
from
not saying that. Yeah, not saying that Walker won't play, but I'm just saying 1,000 just doing big things right now, man. Go ahead, go stop. My bad.
Okay, so I guess from a presser, the post-game presser, there's a quote from Arthur Smith said, after today's win, he said, we're not going to be satisfied. We're going to continue to grow and improve. It's just a fun group to coach. I'm really proud of these guys.
Mm.
And Tony Hall here said, it's refreshing to have a coaching staff that makes halftime adjustments when necessary, a welcome change from the last couple coaching staffs.
Ooh, that's a great point too.
Yeah.
Right. But we're gonna go. Well, I'm about to say we might well go ahead and wind this down, man. Like I said, we got the AFL crew. They're gonna give y'all their post game show here after us. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and continue to support Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports, 6-Man K Styles, and LT. Tell them where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on Twitter at wordplay_kid26. I usually be doing film breakdowns on there. I would have dropped it last week, but a lot of personal things going on last week. So I would never get to it, but I definitely will be dropping it this week. So it's like film studies, film sessions. I can show y'all the breakdowns of why plays was successful, why plays wasn't successful, things of that nature. This will be a definitely good game to recap since it was not only was a win. It's like we played a complete game of football for the most part. That's what y'all can catch me at.
Definitely. And let me also give Dwight Thomas the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. They say rise all the way up against the world. I love it, man. AFN for life. Shit. How about they definitely appreciate that, man. We getting rid of the rise up mantra, motherfucker. The Dirty Birds is back.
The Dirty Birds are back. We ain't finessing no more, cuz. We in the street.
We ain't got no choirs with Samuel L. Jackson no more, bro. Yeah, on full industrial. This is how nasty we about to get back.
We out there. See, we back out there with them lot lizards at now. That's where we at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, people, man. Till next time, y'all. Deuces.